Hey everyone, welcome to your practice. Today will be about 20 minutes long, just a feel-good practice to get out of your head into body. We'll do some wave-like movements, just following the length and the flow of our breath. If you like to practice with props, grab them, but you won't necessarily need them. And then just take a moment to set up your space, play some music, light a candle, whatever you need to do to kind of center yourself into the here and now so you can commit to being with your breath, with your body, with whatever energy is here. And we're gonna get started in an active child's pose. So tuck your toes, sit your hips back to your heels, and then stretch your hands really long in front of you. You can come up onto your fingertips if you want. Rest your forehead onto the mat and then close your eyes. Take a few sways side to side. And as you do so, start to notice the in-breath and the out-breath. Inhale and exhale. Notice if there's anywhere that the breath gets stuck or caught, if there's anywhere that it feels like it flows more freely, and see if you can make space for just a slightly deeper breath. And then this last one, inhale into your nose all the way up to the top. Exhale, open your mouth, give it a sigh. Blink your eyes open. Plant your palms on the mat if you lifted them. And then gaze to the top of the mat between your thumbs. We're going to take some rolling cat-cows. So I'll kind of walk through what this looks like, and then we'll have several breaths to do it on our own and just kind of feel the fluidity of the movement. So on your inhale, you're going to tuck your tailbone between your legs, round through the lower back as you shift your weight forward, round through the mid back and the upper back as shoulders stack over wrists. So we're in a kind of a rounded cat position. On your exhale, untuck your pelvis, so flick your tailbone up to the sky. Thread your heart through your shoulders, arching through the spine, and sit your hips back to your heels. One breath per movement. Inhale, tuck your tailbone round through the spine, shift shoulders over wrists. And exhale, untuck your pelvis, open up across the heart, broaden through the collarbones. So it's like someone is tugging your heart forward, but whoever is tugging your hips back has a heavier hand and wins. Inhale, roll forward. See if you can move through each segment of your spine. Exhale, child's pose. Tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, round forward. Feel that movement through your spine, your hips, and your shoulders. And then sit hips to heels. So, option to close your eyes here. Move on your own, let it feel good. Take about 5 more breaths in our rolling cat-cow. You can go as fast or slow as you like. I like doing 1 breath per movement, but if you want to linger anywhere that feels good, then feel free. Two more cycles, and let one motion just immediately fluidly flow into the next motion. Let your transitions become really soft, like a wave rolling forward. And then making its way back out. Good, finish up your last round. Untuck your toes if you'd like. Give your feet a little break. Take a little sway side to side in your child's pose. And then toes can stay untucked or you can tuck them. Walk your hands over to the right side. So side's child's pose, Sit your left hip onto your left heel and really ground down there so you feel a lot of length from the left hip crease through the side waist, the rib cage, the lats, the shoulder, all the way through the left pinky finger. Big breath into your left lung. Big breath out to settle. Walk your hand so it's directly shooting out from your left or your right hip. Right hand out from right hip. Tuck your right toes and then extend your left leg out to the side. So we're in a gate pose. Left hand sweeps up to the sky. Hips press forward, engage your glutes. So from the side, it looks like this. And then take some little flowy movements with your upper arm. Let your head and neck get involved. Don't really think too hard about this. Just kind of sway. Find some swaying movements. Maybe your head and neck move at the same time as your arm or in the same direction. Maybe they move opposite. Just explore here. Good. Next time, on your in-breath, sweep your left fingertips overhead so your bicep is framing your left ear. And on an exhale, sit your right hip to your right heel. Take a little adductor stretch. So you might feel this on the inside of your left inner thigh. Your hand can rest on your left thigh, your left calf, your left foot. Right hand stays planted. Inhale, gate pose. Press your hips forward, left fingertips stretch to the side of the mat. And exhale, adductor stretch. Sit your right hip to your right heel. 3 more rounds with your breath. And again, maybe you start to find some softness in your transitions. So instead of really concrete postures, we find a little bit more sway, almost like a dance. Last one, big breath, open up. Good. This time, step your left foot to the top of the mat nice and wide. Walk your hands forward on the inside of your left foot. So we're in a low lizard lunge. Rock your hips back and forth a few times. You can place your hands on a block. You can kind of come up onto your fingertips. So we're just bending and kind of straightening into the left leg. And then on your next in-breath, sweep your arms up and overhead, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana, straighten into the front leg. Sweep your hands behind you. 2 more with your breath. Inhale, open up the front side of the body. Sink your hips down, but stay kind of engaged through the pelvis by hugging your left heel and your right knee towards each other. And exhale, sweep your arms back. Last one, inhale, low lunge. And exhale, half splits. Hands plant on the inside of your left foot again, bend to that knee. This time, kick your left heel long behind you. Stretch your right hand forward, bird dog. And from here, inhale, really lift your right thumb and your left heel as you kind of arch through your spine. Exhale, hug your right knee, or your left knee and your right elbow towards each other. Swim your arm and your leg long. Exhale, hug towards center. Curl in, round through the back. One more time, extend long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Plant your right hand, plant your left knee. Come to a tall kneeling. So shoulders stack over pelvis, stack over knees. Inhale, sweep your arms high, engage your glutes, press your hips forward. Exhale, sit hips to heels, sweep your arms back behind you. Chest bows down. Good, 2 more with your breath. Kind of like we're prepping for camel pose. Good, inhale, tall kneeling. Open up across the front of your chest, your hips, your stomach. Take a big breath in. Exhale, sweep your arms back, hips to heels, and bow your chest down. Plant your hands, take a few rolling cat-cows. We'll have about 30 seconds here, so again, your chance to kind of explore a little bit. Always have the option to close your eyes, and you always have the option to just stay and rest in stillness. as well. Letting one movement flow directly into the next movement. Taking the sharpness and the preciseness out of things. Good. Finish up your last round. Then we'll end up in child's pose. Walk your hands over to the left. Plant your right hip down onto your right heel and stay really grounded there. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Stretch long through the right side of the body and breathe into the right rib cage. Good. Left hand stretches really long out from the left foot. On your next in-breath, drive your hips forward, extend your right leg long, and we find our gate pose. Just explore for a little bit here, swaying the top arm, rolling through your head and neck. And then we'll move between this posture and our adductor stretch. So on an inhale, stretch your right fingertips really long overhead. Exhale, sit your left hip to your left heel. Right arm drags its way towards the right leg. Left hand stays planted. Inhale, drive your hips forward. Stretch along through the right side of the body. Exhale, sink hips to heel. Maybe feeling a nice stretch on the right inner thigh. Let's do 3 more. Moving at the pace of your own breath. So if that means you do 3 more or 7 more, doesn't really matter. Just connect here. Good, last one, stretch long. And then step your right foot to the top of the mat nice and wide. Walk your hands forward on the inside of your right foot. Low lizard lunge. Bend and straighten into your right knee a little bit. Flossing out the hips. Whatever feels good here. And then next inhale, lift your arms high, Anjaneyasana. Left glute is engaged. You can sink your hips forward, but again, kind of pull your right foot and left knee together. Exhale, half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Sweep your hands back, straighten into your right leg. And then roll with it. 2 movements. Inhale and exhale. Last one, open up. And exhale, fold. Both hands plant on the inside of your right foot, bend into your right knee, and then stretch your right heel long behind you as you extend left fingertips forward. In our bird dog shape, inhale, lift up through the heel and the thumb, creating a nice little smile through your spine. Exhale, curl left elbow to right knee. Good, breath to movement, 2 more times. Two hands, 2 knees to the mat. Find your tall kneeling. Dragging your hands back towards your knees and then stack shoulders over hips. You can do the same thing as we did before. Sweeping arms overhead and then back behind you as you bow your chest down. You could also take kind of a similar motion in your camel posture if that feels ready and safe in your body. So you can drop your hands back to your heels if you're taking this option. And our inhale will be to broaden across the collarbones, press our thighs forward, maybe drop your head back. And then exhale, tuck chin to chest, sit your hips to your heels, and then find a rounding of the spine forward as you bow down. Inhale, keep your hands where they are, press your hips forward, open up into Ustrasana, camel. Exhale, chin to chest, round through the back body as you sit your hips to your heels, forehead towards the mat. Wherever you are, 1 more with your breath. walk your hands forward. One more child's pose, those little rocks side to side, finding a sway through the hips and the upper body. And then one more round of our rolling cat-cow if you'd like, or tuck your toes and glide your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees as much as you need to extend through the spine and shoot your hips up towards the sky. From here on our inhale, we ripple forward. So drive through your legs, curl your tailbone under, round through the spine, stacking shoulders over wrists until you get to your plank pose. Exhale, bend your knees, lift your hips up to the sky. Heart is heavy and open as we glide back to down dog. Inhale, roll forward like a wave. Exhale, bend your knees, open up through the chest, push through your hands and hips up to sky. Close your eyes, 3 or 4 more breaths, whether you're in your down dog or your cat-cow. Another chance to find those fluid transitions that might feel good in your body. One more breath forward. And one more breath back. Whether you're in down dog or child's pose, find stillness and close your eyes. Letting that movement and energy circulate through your body. Breathe through whatever comes up. And then as softly as you can, make your way down into a belly shavasana, crocodile pose. Walk your legs back, lower your stomach and your chest to the mat. You can bend your elbows and create a little pillow for your head with your backs of your palms, and then just take a little rock of your hips side to side, whatever feels good here. And then eventually settle into stillness. Breath moving in and out of body. You could constrict the back of your throat very slightly, so it creates almost like an ocean sound. And the transition between in and out and in, see if you can make it a little bit softer. So instead of really abrupt inhales and exhales, can you let the breath be a continuous circular flow? Start to become soft with your body, letting your skin widen and your bones become heavy on the earth. You have the option to stay here as long as you would like. If you have your eyes closed, keep them closed for just a moment longer as you push through your palms and come to a comfortable seat of your choice. Eyes are closed if that's good for you. Slide your hands up and down your thighs, maybe along your waist and your stomach. maybe up and down your arms and your chest. And feel this part of you that is soft and fluid and that can flow through whatever happens. Take one more breath in, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, hands come together either at third eye center or through heart center, and take a little bow in gratitude for your practice, for your body, for the chance to meet yourself here. And take whatever you need away from here. You can blink your eyes open and start to tune into the space around you. Notice how you feel. Notice if you'd like to finish with any other stretches, breath work, meditation. I hope you feel really good. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.